Okay, time series forecasting. So time series forecasting, as I told you, time series forecasting is the using the past data, we will make a forecast. But past data here, the past means it's the same things. So if you trying to forecast the demand, and I will use a past demand data. If you wanna make a like a export amount, then you are using the past export amount. So you are using the same exactly same variable, but the past information. That's the time series forecasting. So naive forecast is we don't calculate anything, and then you use just past actual data, bring it to the you use that number as your the actual forecasting. So that's why it's naive forecast. So it's like your sales was like a 1020 no, and 137.5, and then it's a slightly decrease, let's say, and it increased and so on. Then what will be the next one? And then you forecast, this is the actual, you make a forecast, right? But your forecast is just coming this one. So I will forecast using the just past data. I will make a forecast. Okay, my forecasting is just same as my just previous number. So this one is come here. So this was the forecast here. This was the forecast. This was the forecast. That way, you just using the just previous period data and take it that as your forecasting for the next period. Time series forecasting is a lot of them is the averaging and smoothing. Actually, if you learn anything, or if you ever have purchased the stock, you might heard that there's a moving average. It's like a 30-day moving average, or 1 month moving. 30-day average is 1 month. It's like a 3 months moving average or 6 months moving average, right? It's moving average. I think the place we use most of the moving average is the stock market. Okay, so averaging technique is a smoothing. So what I mean by smoothing is actually our data is fluctuating like this, right? So I don't want to see this small fluctuation. Can I smooth out this small fluctuation? So by doing smoothing, can I make this graph is more like this? So the blue line is the smoother than the red line, right? So I don't want to see this small fluctuation, but can I see the even bigger picture, little bit more the bigger picture? That's the averaging, smoothing. So there's several different ways. So moving average is why is the moving average is your average window is moving. Just like I said, it's a 30 days moving average means you are averaging past past 30 days value. So you are just calculating, okay, this is 30 days, then you calculate the average, and then you plot that average here. Yeah, of course, this value is the past 30 days average. So what is the problem of this the moving average is actually it's move there is a kind of the delay, because you are calculating the average. So your current forecasting is the past 30 days average, right? So when this is keep going up, always your moving average is moving up. with a lag. There's a time delay. So let's take a look at the moving average here. Moving average is just depends on the span, how long you're gonna make a moving average, but you just simply calculate the average and then using that average as a forecasting. Okay, n period moving average is just you have to decide what is the n, and then you just count the past n number of actual number and then calculate the average. This is a simple. So in the stock market, there's we use a lot of like a 30-day, 15-day moving average, 30-day moving average, 3 months moving average, 6 months moving average, and so on. So why does the stock market use a lot of moving average? Is the moving average is more like how people feel about the price. Okay, so the stock prices keep going up and down, but when think about the what would be the these days, what would be the stock price of the like Apple stock, then the what people will feel is the okay, past 30 years average will be the these days Apple stock's price. So when the stock price is greater than 30 days average, then you might feel, I'm not only you, but the market may feel our current price is better than these days average price. So actually that reflected how the market will feel about the current price. That's why we use a moving average. But why do you think it's 30 days is the right number? That's why we use 30 days, 15 days, 3 months, 6 months moving average altogether. Yeah. Problem is we keep computing the past data. So every time one time period passed, the new data comes in, then the oldest data is dropped out, and then we keep recalculating the average here, right? Fewer data used, which means it's a short time span, or more data means it's a long time span. So short is like a 15-day moving average is short, and long is like a 1 year moving average. Of course, this if you use a shorter one, it will. I mean, our forecast is changed by our actual stock price change fast, less lag, right? But here, the more data point. If I use a more data point, if my data actually jumped up, but that is still just one of the many numbers. So it will not just following going up. So this is a more lag. So maybe my data is just keep going up, but my moving average will just following pretty slow. Later is going up. And if you use more data, this will be even later. Weighted moving average. Weighted moving average is why do we just calculating the simple average, which means the just previous data versus like 30 days ago data. So in the stock market, our data is like everyday stock price. Yesterday's stock price versus 30 days ago's price has the same. We treat it the samely important, right? Because we calculate it here. We calculate it this way. This is the same and this is the same. So yesterday data versus the 30 days ago data, this is treated as the same numbers. However, you might think of this, actually yesterday data is the more fresh data, so maybe tomorrow's price will affected more by the yesterday's data. right? Yesterday data is more important than the 30 days ago data. So why do we apply the same weight? So maybe we have to give a higher weight for the newer data, lower weight for the old data, right? So we can create the weighted moving average. So apply the different weight for the different time. Yeah, of course, still you have to decide the what is the time span window. This is a kind of the reasonable idea, but the problem of this weighted moving average is it's not gonna be easy to decide how much weight do I have to apply. Okay, I understand new data is more important than the old data, but how much the weight you're gonna assign here, right? Every time if you trying to make a forecasting using weighted moving average, you have to are you gonna choosing the weight arbitrarily? Can I have a better idea, I mean better method? So weighted moving average idea is pretty good, but practically how can I choose the which of weight? It's not just one number. You have to decide if we are talking about 30 days weighted moving average, then you have to decide 30 different weight